Right now, your body is fighting something you cannot feel, something silent, something invisible, something already in motion. Abnormal cells are forming inside you at this exact moment, not tomorrow, right now. Most disappear, removed without a warning sign, no pain, no signal of any kind. But sometimes the balance shifts, and when it does, the damage begins years before any doctor ever finds it. Hi viewers. One personal question. What specific food did you eat this week that you believe is protecting your body right now? Drop your honest answer in the comments below. I have spent years studying this process, and what research keeps revealing is something most seniors were never told. Most people never notice the moment their body starts losing control, but what determines whether those cells disappear or keep growing comes down to something most people have never heard of. Most seniors believe the same thing. Cancer is genetic, something decided before you ever had a choice. That belief does not hold up to the research. Two people, same age, same family background. One develops cancer, the other does not. Scientists kept asking why. The answer changed everything. Biology is not a fixed outcome. It is a living environment, one shaped daily by what you eat, how you sleep, and how your cells handle stress. When the same genetic code behaves differently depending on the signals it receives, signals that come from your daily habits. I have watched people miss this window entirely, believing the outcome was already decided. But inside your body right now, three systems are quietly deciding your future, even while you sleep. And most people have never been told what those three systems are. Most people believe the immune system only fights colds. And that misunderstanding is more costly than most people realize. Every hour, specialized immune cells move through your bloodstream on a mission most people never think about. Their job: find abnormal cells and remove them before they can multiply. This process runs day and night, even during sleep. I have studied this for years. What strikes me is not its power, but how quietly it begins to fail. After 60, immune response time slows, detection weakens, or abnormal cells that would once have been caught begin slipping through undetected. When surveillance slows, small problems stop disappearing on their own. Most people assume it is simply on or off. Research tells a far more complex story. But immune decline alone does not explain why abnormal cells begin to grow. That answer lies in a completely different system, one most people were never warned about. Inflammation is supposed to protect you. When your body sustains an injury, inflammation activates. It seals damaged tissue, clears debris, and rebuilds what was broken. Then it stops. But in millions of Americans over 60, it never fully stops. Low-grade inflammation quietly persists, year after year, without causing pain, without obvious symptoms, without raising a red flag in most routine checkups. Tissues under constant stress begin to change. Research shows that prolonged inflammation does not just damage cells. It creates conditions where abnormal cells can multiply faster than the body can contain them. Inflammation that never turns off slowly changes the terrain inside your body. I have reviewed this research. The pattern is always the same: quiet, steady, and far earlier than most people ever expect. But even chronic inflammation alone cannot trigger dangerous growth. When there is a third system, and it may be the most critical one of all, every cell in your body needs fuel. Oxygen, nutrients, delivered through a network of blood vessels that took decades to map. Without that supply, cells cannot grow beyond a certain size. Here's the part most people never learn. Small clusters of abnormal cells often stay exactly that: small. Because they cannot access new blood supply on their own. Without new vessels forming toward them, they remain trapped, contained, unable to advance. But when the body begins forming new blood vessels toward those clusters, triggered by signals most people are completely unaware of, growth accelerates. What was contained is no longer contained. Without new blood supply, abnormal cells often stay trapped. That is the window. That is where daily choices hold the line, or allow it to break. And this is precisely where food choices begin shaping the outcome inside your body, in ways most people never once expected. There are three systems, three silent processes, and most people are doing nothing to support any of them. That is where this changes. Certain foods contain natural compounds that research suggests can directly influence all three: immune activity, inflammatory balance, and blood vessel signaling. These are not supplements, not medications, ordinary foods available in any grocery store across the United States, but I need to be clear about something most people get wrong. A lot of these compounds do not work instantly. There is no single meal that rewires your biology overnight. What they create is a gradual internal shift, building week by week, quietly, at the cellular level. The body does not respond overnight. But what happens over consistent months of exposure surprised me when I first reviewed the research. One simple daily drink may influence all three systems at once, and most people are preparing it completely wrong. Most people who drink green tea think they are doing everything right. Green tea contains compounds called catechins. Research published out of institutions, including the University of California, suggests these compounds may support immune activity and help maintain normal inflammatory balance. Scientists have also studied how catechins interact with signals that control blood vessel formation. Here is the part that matters. Boiling water destroys those compounds. Now, most people pour water straight from a boiling kettle. That single mistake reduces the protective content significantly. The water temperature should reach between 160 and 180 degrees Fahrenheit, hot but not boiling. Steep for 3 to 5 minutes. 1 to 2 cups daily is the amount most studied. Most people have been preparing it in a way that removes the very thing that makes it valuable. Broccoli is the second food, was specifically broccoli sprouts, which contain concentrations of protective compounds up to 100 times higher than mature broccoli. But two unexpected foods work even deeper inside the body than most people realize. The color of your food carries information. That is not a metaphor, it is biology. Papaya gets its deep orange color from compounds called carotenoids. Research suggests these accumulate in certain tissues and support normal inflammatory balance over time. 1 cup of fresh papaya daily is the amount most studied. The riper the fruit, the higher the concentration. Now here is the pattern interrupt most people miss entirely. Purple potatoes. Most Americans walk straight past them, but the purple pigment, called anthocyanins, has been studied for its effects on oxidative stress and cellular repair. One preparation detail matters. Cooling the potatoes after cooking increases resistant starch content, which feeds beneficial gut bacteria and supports metabolic stability. Serve them cold or reheated after overnight refrigeration. Color in food is rarely decoration. It is often the compound itself. But the final food in this list works through a pathway that scientists only began fully understanding in recent years, and it operates through a system most people never think about. The gut contains more immune cells than almost any other part of the human body. Most people have no idea. Pomegranate contains compounds that gut bacteria convert into smaller molecules, molecules that appear to support intestinal health and influence immune communication throughout the body. Research suggests this gut-to-immune connection plays a role in how the body manages inflammation and cellular defense over time. Half a cup of pomegranate seeds or 4 ounces of pure pomegranate juice daily is the amount most studied. The gut bacteria do the work, but only if you show up consistently. Then this is what most seniors underestimate. Small daily inputs compound over weeks and months into measurable biological change. Not dramatic, not immediate, but steady. Most people want results in a week. The body builds real protection over months. And this is what most seniors wish they had understood far earlier, because the window is always open until one day it is not. Your body has been working to protect you this entire time, every hour, every day, without recognition, like the immune cells patrolling your tissues right now, the inflammation your body is managing, the blood vessel signals your cells are responding to. These processes are already running, with or without your awareness. What you eat either supports those defenses or quietly works against them. You have more control than most people ever realize, and it starts with the very next meal. When the real question is not whether this process is happening inside your body, it is whether your daily habits are strengthening your defenses or slowly weakening them. If this video opened your eyes, drop a comment right now. Tell me which of these 5 foods you are adding to your plate first. And if you know a senior who needs to hear this, share this video with them today. It could matter more than you know.